Hey, so it is 5 a.m. I am journaling and I just had this thought and I immediately wanted to share it. When there are habits that you need to perform consistently in order to get to a certain goal or even a certain revelation in your life, don't skip those habits. Don't skip those things, because what happens is, if you know and you've determined that there's a certain task or a certain behavior that needs to be repeated in order for you to get to your goal, what ends up happening is that you can feel overwhelmed when you have skipped multiple moments, right? So you now feel like, there are 10 days that you didn't work out, or there's a certain amount of money that you said you were going to set aside every month or every week and you haven't done it. And now you feel like you have to deposit this lump sum in the bank of your vision, right? You skipped 3 days in a row in the gym, and now you feel like you have to work out for an extra 2 hours to get yourself to where you should have been or where you could have been if you were consistent. And I want to encourage you, one, not to feel like you have to operate now in this huge chunk and you have to catch up. Just start over. Start over where you are, right? So if you said, I'm going to work out for 45 minutes and you realize that you have skipped a certain amount of days, don't go working out for 3 hours or 2 hours to make up for that time, right? If there's a certain amount of money that you said you were going to set aside and you weren't able to set it aside, maybe things came up. Maybe you just went off on a tangent because you saw this really nice bag and you decided that you had to have it. Return it if you can. Or if you can't, you keep it and you start over where you are. We get into this mode of condemning ourselves, and it's a crippling thing. Condemnation and self-criticism, it is a crippling thing. And I don't know if a lot of women really understand this. And a lot of us believe in God, right? And we believe in the existence of God, and we believe in the ability of God, right? We also have an adversary. We have an enemy. And understand that some of the thoughts that condemn you, some of the thoughts that cripple you, they sound like your voice. They sound like your thoughts. But they are very often being projected onto you by the enemy. And they're also being magnified within you by the inner version of you who has not yet embraced and fully understood how powerful God has created her. This is why I start women off with the A-list assignment, because I think a lot of us are trying to do big things. We're really trying to do big things. But those big things can often make us feel small. And you have to have a concept of yourself where no matter how big the task is, that you understand that the one who is in you is greater than any circumstance, is greater than any challenge. And so therefore, when you have God on the inside, there's nothing that you can't do. There's nothing that you can't accomplish. And it's just a matter of strategy, and it's a matter of consistency. So if you have fallen off, if you have fallen short, stop, evaluate where you are, and move on. Don't give up. Don't give up. I hope this helps. Blessings on your journey. I'll talk to you soon.